Alright, picking this one up on turn 7 in customs. Not a particularly interesting summon team. Maybe the rock is the only thing that's slightly atypical here. But we get the level up into Beluga and Turkey. And so we're going to try and make our team a little bit more unusual in the coming turns. So the concept behind this is to play Turkey inside Beluga. And that probably doesn't sound like a very smart idea. I guess it's not really. But it is kind of funny when it works. And essentially you're hoping for snipe units on the opposing team that are going to target the Beluga. And then once the Beluga faints, the Turkey's going to appear out of it and start buffing all the summon units. So you might say, well, just put Mushroom on your Turkey. Of course, that is probably the easier option. However, the one benefit with Beluga is that you are going to be protected from ailments. So, you might face a Red Dragon team or a Bat team that puts weakness on your Turkey. You lose the Mushroom, and then if the Turkey faints, which is pretty likely from Crisp, I guess actually Phoenix is probably way more common than Red Dragon is. You're just going to lose the Turkey and it's not going to respawn. With this setup, you can protect your Turkey to some extent. Of course, the one big drawback is that if the Beluga doesn't get sniped, then you're going to miss out on all the buffs on the rest of your units. Now, of course, you could get around that by playing like double Turkey or Spinosaurus Turkey, but I was deliberately avoiding that. I want the only buffs for the team to be provided by the Turkey that is inside the Beluga. So we have the Blueberry Beluga going, although we ended up putting Wolf inside it for now. I'm just going to keep looking for Turkey, and since we can just buy any food item in order to swap the Wolf, rather than hunting for another Blueberry. I think here we are going to actually lose to this Bison team with level 3 Ant and almost level 3 Moth on turn 9. Okay, now we get the Eagle, and this is where the team starts to improve quite drastically. So yeah, I'm playing a fairly typical summon pack here. We've got all the heavy hitters. Actually, maybe that's not necessarily true. I'm not sure if I had Spinosaurus and so on in there. Like I mentioned, I didn't want to take them. But we've got most of the strongest spawning units. Although, to be honest, we really only needed Stork and an Eagle. The two classic mushroom targets that really are just super strong in a format where you can choose the units that are going to spawn from them. But Flea also is extremely good, especially if you can put a Mushroom on it, and then you're basically guaranteed to cover their entire squad with weakness, and you just hope that they don't have Turtle or Tar or something like that. Actually, I haven't seen very many Tar players at all recently, although I felt like it was a bit of a trend for a while. So here's a team with Phoenix at the back, and maybe this is going to end up being a tie. Yep. That's fine though. We can be fairly confident that as long as we face the right type of opposition, we should be able to get a win with this team. So we get double Mushroom, which is really nice. And I think I'm going to freeze Popcorn. I think I've committed at this point to having the Rock be our sort of atypical unit to kind of offset the Stork plus Eagle stuff, which is about as typical as it comes. So actually get Cerberus here, which is quite nice. Although the Phoenix then gives it Crisp, so we don't get the spawn. I think we are going to win anyway, though. Yep, definitely a good decision to take the Wolf temporarily. So we get the level up on the Beluga. And yep, I guess one of the other benefits of Beluga is that you can pivot quite rapidly. You can replace the unit that's inside it for your own purposes. And clearly, I'd already decided that it was going to be Turkey no matter what. But if you're just trying to win, then you could be swapping what's inside the Beluga quite frequently in order to get the desired results. So this team, their Minotaur is going to get up to basically 50-50 here. Actually, are they going to hit 50-50? Yeah, they do. And I think, however, weakness is just so important when you're trying to play these types of teams. And there we go. We managed to get the win anyway. But we're still on the hunt for a turkey. And I actually freeze another blueberry here. I guess the reason for that is that I don't want to give the beluga any extra stats that it doesn't need. So I mean, I could feed it lasagna in order to, not need to replace the blueberry with another one. But I'd rather just keep the stats to an absolute bare minimum. Now this is pretty funny. This was actually recorded before yesterday's video. And here is someone playing Anubis plus Mothman with Flea. So pretty interesting to see that in the wild. And I think we are actually going to lose because the Mothman is going to snipe the rock at the back. So yeah, well done to that person for actually going for Anubis Mothman in the current customs environment. So we find more belugas. We're kind of regretting not taking the original turkey or keeping the original turkey frozen. But I guess maybe we would have lost a bunch of the previous battles when we needed the wolf. So another level 3 hatching chick team. We actually get a turkey there from the stork, although I'm not sure it's really going to matter here because the rhino is going to sweep everything now, I think. Yeah, it's a level 3 rhino, so everything is going to get sniped, and yeah, all the pigs get removed as well. Level 3 hatching chick, another absolute custom staple these days. So yeah, we find another eagle. I can't decide if I'm willing to go for level 3 or not. Probably don't have time, but I'm going to go for it anyway. And there we go. We get the turkey, freeze it up, ready to go next turn. And then we're just going to be hoping for good opponents. So actually here is a good example. We face an octopus team. Although it's not a start of battle snipe, it will target the beluga. But it needs 2 hits in order to actually feint the beluga. So there's the first one. Of course, it's a level 3 octopus, so it's guaranteed to hit the beluga anyway. So yet again, blueberry is completely useless. However, as is kind of the way with these teams, everything gets sniped, but then you just respawn an entire team's worth of pets. Yeah, summons are just mildly broken, I would say. So we do find a chocolate, but we can't use it on the beluga, otherwise we'll lose the turkey. And actually there was a turkey there I could have frozen, which I missed. So hopefully I'm not going to pay the price for that. But here we go, we get to see it in action. It's not a random snipe because it's crocodile, but the turkey appears out of the beluga. And so now every subsequent summon is going to get the benefit of the turkey buffs. Still ends up being a tie though, because maybe that would have been a different story if we had level 3 turkey there. Okay, I was just double checking. I wanted to see what caused the stat reduction, and it was durian on the crocodile at the front. So we actually get level 3 eagle as well, which is a massive power spike. And here's a snipe team. We get the snipe on the beluga, although actually they killed 4 units, so probably again the blueberry was unnecessary. But now the summons go to work, whittling down the stats. You know, they've got level 2 seal, level 2 penguin, and lioness here. But we get level 3 Cerberus, which is going to provide 3, 17, 14 fire pups. And we get the win with the turkey, the surprise turkey coming out to the beluga. So now we move on to some of the other runs I wanted to show. So here's a weird example where I'm on 9 wins, I have 5 hearts, and it's turn 12, but I don't have the setup yet, and I'm rolling for blueberry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and throw. So we're going to set up with Phoenix at the front, I think, yep, Flea at the back, and Eagle in the middle. So that kind of renders the flea pretty useless. And then hopefully our units will get sniped by something. Actually, no, it's just going to be Jersey Devil level 3. So we're going to lose guaranteed here, which is it's fine. You know, there's not many situations where you're happy to see level 3 Jersey Devil, but it worked out in this situation. So that's 1 life gone. But now we can... Actually, now we have to keep rolling for the blueberry. And I think I do level 3 the phoenix. Yeah. Fairly good chance that we would tie anyway, even if for some reason, we came close to winning. I think the crisp gives us a decent chance of not doing that. Now I was trying to involve Ibex here as well, just trying to work in some of the new units. So Leech Camel, probably not quite as bad as level 3 Jersey Devil, but still likely to be an automatic loss, I would say. Yep. Actually, relatively close considering how hard we were trying to throw there. So another Ibex, I'm going to freeze that and I'm just going to keep rolling for Blueberry. Which I don't think we're going to find it this turn either. It's so frustrating when you get into these kind of situations where everything was perfect except that you just couldn't find that one perk that you absolutely needed for the build to work. And then you end up, every turn that every turn you're facing harder and harder opponents. And so when you're not actually really achieving anything in a given shot phase, when you're just rolling, you can feel the run slipping away. So now we get the turkey into the beluga, and then we'll go for the level up on the ibex. And now I think we're going to rearrange. Yep, just trying to decide the order. And I think now all we care about is getting Mushroom onto the Eagle. And we face this Jersey Devil team now. They don't quite have level 3. And it actually looks like they don't have that many cells either. Yeah, plus 4/4. Okay, so they're one away from the max. But because they don't have any snipes, the turkey is is safe and sound inside the beluga. The 31/31 doggo comes in. And we kill it with the young phoenix, and the turkey pops out as the sole survivor. So not exactly the way I was hoping it to pan out, but I thought it was kind of funny the way that final battle played out. And also the fact that we had to throw so many turns. But here's one where we do actually have the beluga getting sniped. Quite a late turn. Actually, I think this was not random though, so I'm not sure the beluga with blueberry made any difference there, because I think it was dolphin and crocodile that the parrots and abominations were copying here. But the end result is the same. The turkey appears, gives a bunch of buffs to our spawns, and we advance on to the next turn. So we're actually going to end up with a full level 3 squad, which I guess on turn 19 isn't that unusual. And I definitely should be freezing Mushroom here because it's way better than Fig on the Flea. Fig does next to nothing this late. And then we face another Anubis team. It's Frostwolf plus Hedgehog. And actually, I think the Anubis was bugged there. The order was wrong. But I think the Hedgehog is now going to KO the Beluga. Actually, it KOs everything. So we don't get the benefit of any buffs from the turkey, but the turkey is the sole survivor. So I think you can kind of see that you really need the stars to align for this to actually play out the way you expect it to in battle. But I was glad to at least get a few rounds where it did go off.